Here's the book. If you guys have the book, the chords are in there. Super hard to play this stuff slow. But we're going to try to do it, and we're going to try to teach it today. So we're going to go over each and every chord. We're going to break it down into phrases, and we're going to have a good time with it. So this is not for the beginner. If you're a beginner, some of these chords might be hard to hold. Give it a try anyway. We're all for guys trying it. But if you are an intermediate to advanced player, this should be a piece of cake as long as you remember the order it's in. So again, get the book. That's how you remember the order. And this is the Lyle Ritz jazz book. As far as the chords go, we're going to get right into it. We're going to start. I'm not even going to bother telling you the names. We're just going to go by the motion of the ocean. Okay? So real easy. And we're gonna basically let our fingers do the talking here. So we're going to start off with the first chord. Real easy. It might be hard to hold it first because you're holding down two notes with your middle finger, right? So you're holding down both of these on the bottom at the 8th fret. Okay? This finger here is holding down the 9th fret. And this finger here is going to hold down the 7th fret. So if this is hard for you to hold and you can hold it this way, that's great. But it's just harder to switch from this chord. I just hold it like that. Okay? We're going to just keep our finger in this bar form, right? We're going to walk it down to the 5th fret. This finger drops to the 7th fret. So all 5s and 1 7. Okay? The next thing, we're taking that finger off. Okay? Now, this same shape is going to come back later. So keep that in mind. We're going to go down here now. We're going to do a D minor 7. Oh, I said a name. I shouldn't have said that. Don't worry about the name. This note, right? We're going to hold that there. If you can hold it this way, with your first finger, second finger, and third finger being in the 2nd fret, right? And your pinky down here, then you can do that. But I just hold it like that. So I use this to hold down 2, and that holds down 1. You might see me using my pinky to hold it down. It's the same thing, okay? Same chord. Then we're going to take that off and bring this down. Okay, so from this chord, all I'm going to do is take off my pinky, flatten this guy out, right? So it's down on those two, and that finger's right there because it was up here. We're just moving it down. So what we have so far is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's our first 5 chords. Okay, so now we're here at this chord where we're holding down these two, right? The first 2 strings with our first finger. Our second finger's on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And we're still holding this chord, but we're going to add this note because we're already holding it, right? So we don't, no point in trying to take this off and doing that. We're just going to put that finger down. Okay, so. Okay, so I put that finger or that finger, either way. So next chord, this is kind of a stretch. We're going to go like this. Okay, so what that is 3, 5, 3, 5. And I'm using first finger, 3rd finger, 2nd finger, 4th finger. Okay, so 3, 5, 3, 5. And I'm using a low G, by the way, for the guys that are following along with the high G. Same thing. Don't worry about the low G. If mine sounds different than yours, it's just because I have the low G. So, right? So what we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, remember this chord down here, right? We're going to move that thing up to here, right? So the same shape we did down here, those two and that finger, we're we're just going to put that whole thing up here with our first finger on the 6th fret. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right after we do that, right after we come up to here, we revisit this shape. But now we're doing it a whole step up, right? So instead of 3, 5, 3, 5, we're going to use the same fingering and we're going to go 5, 7, 5, 7. Okay, so. Okay. And now, remember how in the earlier part we did this, right? We're going to do real similar to that down here. Okay, so what that is we're going to bar the 3rd fret. Our second finger is going to be on the 3rd string on the 4th fret. And we're going to put our ring finger or our pinky, whichever one's easier for you to use. Right, we're going to put that on the 5th fret. Take off the ring finger. And then we're going to do this chord right here, C7. Again, I said a note. Don't worry about it. Okay, just that one finger, 1st fret. 1, 1. Okay. And then go to this chord right here. So you're moving this finger up 1 string, and finger number 2 goes on the top of the 2nd fret. Okay. And then now we're going to play the passing chord in between. So the passing chord is going to look like this. That shape look familiar? It should be. It's a G shape moved up 1 string each. Okay. So what that is 2, 3, 2. And we're going to leave the bottom open. Okay, so what we have so far, we've already done the whole first part of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then down here. Okay, so now we're up to there. Now we're going to go back to our friend that we had, the 3, 5, 3, 5, right? Okay, you see that? And now from this point, it's kind of a hard transition because our fingers take on a whole new shape in one motion. We came from here, and we've already done this shape too. The reason I'm putting this finger on 2 strings is because we're going to pull off to it. So from this, we've got first finger holding down 2, second finger is on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then I use my pinky, you can use your ring, okay? I've got that right there on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. So I'm going to put this here, take that off, yeah? So that's from here. Now watch this. Just lean these up. Okay? So all I did was take this off of the bottom 2. I'm holding this, and I'm just lifting up that. So we're just having. So. Now here's the tricky part. We're going to use this hand to go down 3 strings. We're only holding down this one, right? We're holding down this one second finger at the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And we're going to strum the top 3 strings. Then all of them. Then we're going to add our first finger down to here. Okay, so that's. And then now we're going to go back up to our friend over here in the 3rd fret. This is on the 4th fret and the 5th fret. Okay, so that's that chord, yeah? And then we go back right here. First finger is on the 2nd string. I'm sorry, 2nd fret, 4th string. And then we've got our ring finger over here on the 4th fret, 3rd string. 3rd fret on the 2nd string with our 2nd finger. And then our pinky is going to be down here on the 4th fret of the 1st string. Basically, don't even think of them like chords. Just think of the shape, because you'll find that there's a ton of chords in this song, but there's realistically like 5 or 6 shapes, right? So they just repeat and recycle themselves. And once you get that, you can start changing the swing. But first learn that slow, right? You want to learn, so count it like a metronome, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, to do it that way. And then you're going to start to develop a little bit of a swing in there. And go with that.